What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and this video I want to talk about Hogwarts Legacy and the official modding for PC that's coming to this game. Now, I have a few things to say about this. I'm quite impressed by this, honestly, and I think this is a really, really good look for Avalanche and for WB. I kind of want to address, though, some of the things that I've seen. It doesn't seem like the community is, fully on board here, and just have a couple things that maybe, you don't have to agree with me if you don't want to, but let me just throw some things out there and see what you think. So let's kind of start with that, right? People are a little upset. I saw a couple people that were talking about, console versus PC. I mean, a very easy thing is just it's way easier to get mods onto PC than console. You have to go through so much more when it comes to console. And you just think about games in general. When you think about mods, do the mods normally come to games on PC or on console? Which one happens more? And it's universally, accepted that it comes on PC more. So I don't really get that one, just because it's different, almost certifications, PlayStation, Xbox and stuff have to go through and kind of look at each one, approve each one. It's not common. It's not common that happens. So when they announced this and they were going through it, I mean, it says it right in the beginning that it's only coming on PC. I never thought for a second that it would come to console. It's just kind of too rare for that to even happen. So that's the first thing. Second thing is kind of the divide on well, why are you even doing this, right? You're still focusing on it. Just give us the sequel, that kind of talk. I mean, this really connects to actually the first thing I said in this video. I think it's kind of an easy win. And I'll tell you why. Hogwarts Legacy, and we've said this actually 1,000 times leading into the game, it's a game for all types of people, okay? It's a game that people borrowed their PS5s and PS4s from their brother or cousin or, a neighbor down the road. It's a game for people that didn't even really have consoles or didn't really have high-end PCs. And this is something that, we, again, talked about leading into this game. You saw Harry Potter creators, people that, created content on the Harry Potter, the Wizarding World movies and all different stuff. They would buy a console. It was their first freaking game they've ever played in their life, right? So this happened, and I'm not shaming, by the way, anybody. It's that's the type of game that this is. The game sells 25 plus million units. It's for all walks of life people. So where am I going with this? This is about as simple as it gets. That's why I think it's such a big win. Look, there are already mods for this game. Any game that really comes out on PC, right, is going to have, to some degree, a modding community kind of behind it. Now, more popular, better games are going to have, more of a force behind it than smaller games or games that aren't as good. But every game gets something, you know what I mean? But it's unofficial, quote unquote. That's why I kind of say in air quotes, you can't see behind the camera, but, they say this is the official mod. Well, it is official because it comes from them. It's their tool set. It's integrated into the game. It's easy to install. It's easy to create. And it's easy for you to play other people's creation. And you could say, well, Alex, me, watching these videos, being online, we've already been able to do this. And maybe it's better stuff that's been created in the past 2 years than what people are going to be able to do right now. That's true. That is probably actually very true. But that's not the point of this. That would be my counter. That's not why I think they're doing this. I think they're doing this simply because the game continues to be popular, the game continues to sell, and it's an easy and general and non-complicated way to enhance the experience for the average Joes that have gotten this game over the last 2 years. I mean, boiled down, that would be it's a long tagline for sure, but that would be the tagline, right? These are people that are not going into Nexus mods. Some of that stuff can be confusing. I mean, I try to run Dragon Age 1, which is actually confusing on its own, and even just getting that thing to work on a modern day PC takes a miracle and a half, okay? So, not everybody is capable of doing it. And you could say, okay, well, learn, put the time in, and that's fine. You could do that. But here's the thing. I mean, not everybody's going to do it, and they just kind of bypass that anyway, right? You could either learn and take the time and being able to experience mods that people have already done and are doing, or you have this update that's kind of for the casuals. That's really what it is. It's for casual folks that want it integrated, want it easy, want the hub, right? Where it's okay, here's all the mods. Here's how I create. Here's how I install other people's and just play it on the fly. And I don't think this took them all that long, by the way, to do, because a lot of these systems are used every day by people in the modding community anyway, right? So I'm not worried. I'm not upset. I think this is a really cool and honestly just something you don't see all that often, especially for like these big AAA games. They took a little bit of time. They are enhancing it to a degree. They're letting the fandom, the group in general, kind of work for them, but they're giving them those kind of easy tools and the integration that casual people would probably kind of want, right? And to make it less complicated overall, they're just giving it and they're saying, okay, go, just keep going and make your stuff. If you don't like it, that's fine. You have the other stuff. If you do like it, okay, well, here's a way to continue playing Hogwarts Legacy now 2 years down the line. I think it just enhances the experience. Maybe not a lot, but it enhances the experience and it elongates the experience, right? You're going to be playing this game just a little bit longer than you were before, or maybe some people will. And I think that's why they did it. I don't think this takes away from a sequel. I personally think this is a good idea. I think it's a clever idea, and I applaud them for it. And it's not being a fanboy, by the way, because I've said numerous negative things about it just in general. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.